Marathon 2023. So it was very, very encouraging to see the results of this marathon. It was so encouraging to see hard work that was put by a lot of devotees. So many devotees. So today we will talk a bit about book distribution, what we have learned and what is new this year. So, ready to go? Okay, maybe we can go to the next one. Alright. Can anyone see this? Otherwise, I'll let you read it out. Read it out, that's better. Even I had to go close by to see. So, I'm sure back is not visible. So, this is talking about the new venues of book distribution, because as we know, we have been distributing books for many years here. And past years it has been increasing, and we had multiple venues for book distribution. For example, we've been distributing books, the streets, car parks, and different book tables here and there, temples, contacts. So we have been distributing books in so many different ways, but this time we indeed introduced a few more venues. The first one I can see is the Shastradan project, that is distribution of Srila Prabhupada books to various avenues for free. So it is done. It is just donating Shastra, donating books. So it is a big venue to distribute a lot of books, and indeed worldwide, if you see, so many people have actually become devotees through this process. I heard from Sydney that some people just got a book, they read the book, and they started practicing Krishna Consciousness. And here, so that is one of the venues. Second, this time we had some efforts to get permission for book tables in shopping complex. So we have not yet been successful previous years to have book tables in shopping complex, but now this time we got a lot of permission, so we'll talk a little bit about that. And finally about book sets. We had a very successful book set distribution as well this year. So we'll go to the next, for the first one. So for those who do not know, there is something known as street libraries. So some of you might have seen, if you go maybe in front of the house, sometimes in a corner you can see a small kind of a box, like a cage, almost like a bit bigger than a bird cage, and the books are kept, and generally whoever wants they can keep any book there, and whoever wants they can take a book for free. So it's just open, it is closed, it is protected from weather, but it's a great option. And we found out about this option, and we started working on this project. Actually, Gita Jayanti took the lead to start this Shastradan project. And let's see how it worked out. So in Australia there are many street libraries, of which Melbourne we have 1033 street libraries. It is well documented, and there are maps and there are websites for this. So it is pretty organized from their end, and our endeavor was to place Srila Prabhupada's books in these libraries. So in this regard, we had, so probably can you see some spots there, some dots? Okay, so these are the places we placed books in Melbourne. So we could distribute books in 263 locations. So that's pretty good. It's a pretty impressive work. And in this project, Naman Prabhu and Hemant Prabhu put a lot of effort for coordination. Naman Prabhu is here, Hemant Prabhu is not here for the time being. Not only that, this street library project has many components, so we will see. So we covered a total of 263 street libraries and also 44 op shops, and total of 307 locations. 307 locations. So in these street libraries we were placing one hardbound Bhagavad Gita, one SSR, one hiding national happiness, and a small book as well. That is the only small book.
And then off shops we are also putting Bhagavatam 1.1.
Okay, in off shops Bhagavatam 1.1 as well. So we covered a total of 307 locations, and this involved, there were donors involved because it's a free project. We are distributing the books for free. So many devotees very generously donated Lakshmi to get books from BBT and to distribute. So we had many donors in this project. We can't name all of them, it's a long list. Then we have books organizers, say Jayan Prabhu, Naman Prabhu, they organize the books. And there is a bit of an IT work involved to map the route. Because if you're going in one direction, we had to cover, say for example, in one drive, maybe cover 20 locations or 25 locations. So it is very important to find the shortest route to cover various locations. And some of these locations are by the street, and some are not. Some you have to park the car and go inside and place the book. And so there are a couple of devotees who worked on it. And then finally, drivers. They have a map, they have the books, and then they do the delivery. So this was a very exciting project, and congratulations to all the devotees who took part in this project. I can see that this is indeed a beginning of a bigger Shastradan project.
More than 80 hours on the road.
Okay, there's a good. There are devotees spend more than 80 hours on street. So to do this project, we are not going to give away the results now, but we'll see what this has given us. Okay. So next venue was book tables in shopping malls. So this was kind of an untouched venue. We have never done it indeed. We have tried book tables in front of Indian grocery shops, in various temples, of course in our temple, but we never did book tables so much in shopping complex, and we indeed needed permission. And Namachintamani Mataji, she put a lot of effort, and we got permission in many places to have book tables. And personally, you cannot see me, but I'm standing there in one of the pictures there. For me, it was the first time doing a book table in a shopping complex in this particular setting, and I did it in Hobart, in Newton Plaza, and it was really good. A lot of books went, isn't it? About more than 100 books went in one day. So it was, book tables are a great option, but I had to tell you one thing. Even though when we are doing book tables, don't expect anyone to come to the book table. We have the banner, we have the book table, but no one comes. So that is the point of book table. So initially I was thinking maybe more people will come to the book table, but I found out that of all the more than 100 books distributed, less than 10 people came to the book table. So then, how can we distribute books? We need to get trained in distributing books on street. So we had to apply the same principle as street distribution, but now we have a license. Otherwise we have to always look for the security, who is complaining, who is the staff. So that's how we distribute books in the plaza. If it's inside, there are so many cameras. If we are outside, still we are on watch out. But here we have the license, so freely we can say, excuse me. So it has been a great option for us, and it worked out well. And I'm sure other devotees who tried book distribution from the table, it worked out well as well. So it has been great, and thanks to Namachintamani Mataji for organizing this, giving us permits. So next year, we are looking forward for more. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay, this is another interesting thing happened because about book sets. Previously also we talked about book sets, but we have never been so successful in distributing book sets. But on book tables, it was much easier to distribute books, the book sets. But we found so many devotees were able to distribute book sets. Having three books, for example, one Bhagavad Gita hardbound, one or softbound, and one Krishna book and one small book, or the Pancha Pandava sets, we indeed distributed even Panch Pandava sets on street, right? You distributed, I know J. Prabhu distributed, I distributed. It was really good. And they get excited. We say the whole thing, give the whole thing, Pancha Pandava. There is Krishna book, there is Bhagavad Gita, there is Nectar Devotion, there is Bhagavatam 1.1, and sometimes we have SVI or SSR. So having 5 books, that was also very successful, just $50. And people were quite happy. So this time, as you saw, about 800 plus book sets were distributed. And now, this is the most interesting part, I would say, before actually reading out the score. For the scores, we are waiting for Pandita Prabhu. Before that, let's see something interesting happened this year. That is about Srimad Bhagavatam distribution on streets and car parks. So, we have been distributing Srimad Bhagavatam all the years, right? So usually what we do, okay, if we have a book table here or elsewhere, we talk to our potential clients, we speak to them and try to convince and give a Bhagavatam from the book table. Or most of the time, Bhagavatams were distributed over the phone. Right? You call the personal contacts, speak to them, you tell your spill, okay, come, look at this. And but this is a different approach we have been trying last time, and it was quite successful this year. That was distributing Bhagavatam on streets. So I'll just tell this story because I know this. Not to play now. I know I distributed a Bhagavatam to this gentleman. So I was in Bendigo, and I distributed books for half day, and I had a headache. And I went to the car and I took some rest. I had some prasadam and I slept in the car. After that, I got out. Meanwhile, I think both of you were there, right? J. Prabhu was there, and yourself? You were in the same car park or no? You were in underscore probably. Okay, they were distributing books. So I went there and I told J. Prabhu, okay, now it's already evening and I'm going, we can go to the next car park. So we went there, and then suddenly, as I was coming out of the marketplace in Bendigo, that is the main plaza, as I was coming out, this guy, he actually pulled over in the click and collect bay in I think Woolworths or Coles. And then I straight away asked him, look, he was, saw him, we were smiling at each other. He was just pulled in, he saw I was smiling, he was also smiling. So straight away, I thought it's a good sign. I gave him a Bhagavad Gita. I said, look, I'm a monk. This is Bhagavad Gita. It talks about ancient yoga wisdom and the usual presentation. He was so interested. He said, look, I am so interested in this. I am from a Greek background, and anything Christian is okay for us in our community, but anything which is not Christian, not okay for us. But for me, I really love this. So I thought, this is just Bhagavad Gita. We have the whole Srimad Bhagavatam. 18 volumes, it's an elaboration of Bhagavad Gita, and you can know a lot about the culture, about meditation, many pastimes. I explained. He said, yeah, I'm for it, just show me. So he was waiting there, like, click and collect. So I said, okay, just wait there. I said I had to bring my car because carrying Srimad Bhagavatam, it's almost 18 kilos, it's a struggle, and we had that experience many times, struggling to carry for a few blocks. So I went to the car, I drove the car and parked pretty close to him, and then asked him, you will come. So he came, he had a look, he said, yes, I'll take it. Straight away he tapped. Let's hear from him what he's going to say.
The Bhagavad Gita, thanks to God, is like one of the most amazing things to happen. I've been hunting these books for years, and to find in a car park, these of all places just fills my heart with joy. I'm so thrilled.
Yes.
Thank you.
How about the other one, the big one?
The big one? Oh, this is the beginning of a lifetime. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
What's his name? What's his name?
Forgot. I had so many things. So, by the way, he's a very well-educated person. He's going to be a doctor. So he's going to move to Launceston, probably in a month's time or so. But he was very happy to out of the blue in Bendigo, got a Bhagavatam. And we have many stories like that. In this way, how many books were Bhagavatams were distributed in the car park? Probably
30 plus.
30 plus Bhagavatams were distributed in car park and streets. So, I'll just tell you one more story. So I was in Canberra. So usually I clock off by 4:30, 5 o'clock. I can't go till 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock like Vijay Prabhu or Jay Prabhu. I was taking it easy. So I did my quota, 5 o'clock I am okay. So I saw two boys sitting there. I gave them Bhagavad Gita and just give a donation. They were collecting all the coins and they were giving just right in Canberra Centre shopping complex, right inside. I got the money. As I was getting the money, suddenly one boy came in. He said, "Are you giving Bhagavad Gita?" I said, "Yes." He said, "My manager got a Bhagavad Gita, that's why I wanted to find out what's happening here." So before that, I gave a Bhagavad Gita to a person. He said, "I'm working in JB Hi-Fi." I didn't know that he was the manager there. And that too, right in the shopping complex, I gave him a Bhagavad Gita. And I asked him for a donation. He said, "Look, I don't have now, so come to the shop." So we were walking. Then he started asking all these weird questions, Is it really registered? How can you order this kind of things? Are you registered to the taxation? Is it all genuine? I said, "Yeah, we have everything. You tap, we give you the receipt, everything is genuine." So then before entering the shop, he just tapped, he gave the money and so I said, "Okay, alright, I'm going." So he got a Bhagavad Gita, I came. And this is the person, he was actually manager in JB Hi-Fi in Canberra Centre. And he showed the Bhagavad Gita to this boy. And he saw Bhagavad Gita and he came. And he said, as I gave him Bhagavad Gita, and immediately I told him, "Look," he said, "I have a Bhagavad Gita." And he said, "I'm interested in Vedanta, philosophy, all this kind of thing." I said, "Yeah, sure, we have Bhagavatam." Bhagavatam is the conclusion of all the Vedanta. So from there, the point is, from there, wherever we meet anyone, we had to walk them all the way to our car. So that is a challenge, because it takes about 5-10 minutes of walk. And we are in one level, we had to go all the way, catch the lift, go there, and then find the car. And sometimes we get lost, where is the car? So all these kind of things are there. So the point is, we try to engage them in conversation. So constantly asking questions to engage them so that they don't think it's a long walk or So got there, went to the car, he saw the thing, straight away he took it. So and let's watch next video. So this is from Aubrey. What time Gita Jayanti was distributing, and you can share some stories as well after that. What time was it? 10 o'clock in the night. So Prabhu was distributing books, till 10 o'clock in the night. Probably Prabhu will start 9 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock in the night. Car park walking all the time distributing. So this was probably one of the last. Yeah. Okay. For the day.
Here we are. What's your name, bro?
Gabriel.
Gabriel. Hey, bro.
I've got the full set. It's kind of full of the Bhagavad Gita, I guess you could say. It's like all of the editions I'm going to share between myself, my brother, and my dad.
Right. What gets you into them?
Kind of curiosity, I guess. Kind of like sleep in the early years and kind of like opening up to, I don't know, why we're here. Like giving us reason to actually, exist in the world, I guess. I don't know. Something that explains why we're here. Some what, I guess you could say.
I love what you explained about your background, because you have your dad teaches.
Oh, yeah. No, my dad's like primarily a Catholic teacher, back down in Melbourne, but he studies world religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, pretty much all of them, man. But he's written a couple of books that I probably should read the rest of the last 2 books that he wrote. So we'll see how we go.
Yes. What are you expecting from these books?
I don't know. I think my curiosity needs to be sated more so than anything in particular. I couldn't really say anything in particular, but I don't know. I feel like I'll enjoy them somewhat, but my brother and my dad will just thoroughly love them, I reckon.
But your enthusiasm to get the books gives it all away.
Yeah, that's
Thank you so much.
That's all good.
Hare Krishna. So, this actually before I share the second story, I just found these numbers in the report from the Shastra, and actually there was about more than 80 hours, 81 hours on the road. So that means the 81 hours devotees are on the road dropping the books. And there's about 1,360 kilometers that we covered. So it's not an easy task, and a lot of devotees were involved. We have some of the devotees who are just coming along and just starting to become devotees, and they also took up the service. And many other devotees who are regularly coming to temple, and a lot of organization behind the scenes. So we had Abhi Prabhu, Arjun Prabhu, Ajay Prabhu, Jaimin, Monesh, Varun Prabhu, Paras Prabhu, Namachintamani Mataji, Vanshika Mataji, and Sukhananda Puri Prabhu, and Gopi Krishna Prabhu. So some of these devotees, they really put in a lot of effort and a lot of driving hours. So, and interestingly, with the Shastradhan, with the street library distribution, actually, there's one of the devotees, they went and they distributed books, they dropped it in all the street libraries, and then they forgot to put one book and they went back again, and the same route, 2 or 3 days later, and 3 or so libraries had already, the books had already gone. So someone had already picked up the Bhagavad Gita and they were already reading it. So it's quite amazing thing to happen. So for our book distribution, actually we're traveling all around Australia. We will see in the map later on, and we covered quite a different locations, and we met lots of different people from different nationalities, and we found that actually a lot of people already knew the Bhagavad Gita. So a lot of Western, young, old, middle-aged, all kind of people from all kinds of backgrounds, and they said that, oh yeah, we know Bhagavad Gita. We're actually looking for a copy. And so naturally, I would always ask them that, how do you know Bhagavad Gita? So I know from the such and such social influencer, I heard it from the Facebook, or I heard my friends talk about it. So it's interesting how the word is out, and so many people actually know about Bhagavad Gita now, and so many people are looking forward to it, and because we tend to go to the similar locations every time, so now we are meeting a lot of people who have actually already received the Bhagavad Gita. And it's very nice to receive the reviews. So we ask them, oh, you already have the Bhagavad Gita, what do you think of it? And a lot of them, they say that they really liked it. And one person I was, so last year in the car park, I gave this person a Bhagavatam set, and it was very nice, and we really had a good, so we really connected, and we really had a very good exchange. And so this year I was distributing books, and I met him on the street again, in different car park, maybe like 300 or 400 kilometers other side. And so I met him, and somehow I remembered his name, and so I just called him out by his name. And he was shocked, and he said, yeah, you still remember my name? And we discussed, and we asked him about how is the books going, and have you read the Bhagavad Gita, and are you reading the Bhagavatam, because there's a lot of books, maybe it's too hard to start. He said, no, I'm reading them. And actually we had a bit of conversation. He was speaking the language, like from the books, he was using the language, Prabhupada's language, and Prabhupada's words. And like you can tell that he's reading the books, So then we spoke about it, and because he came from Christian background, so he was asking like, so what is your take on Jesus? And we spoke about how he's our spiritual master, and we respect him. And so just in this 10 minutes conversation, he said, oh, I've learned so much about Jesus, and I've learned so much about my own culture, and now I've so much learned about the Bhagavatam. He said, now it inspires more to read these books. And he was very, very happy. And so we decided that from next year onwards, once I come back to Melbourne, then we'll try and catch up regularly. We read Bhagavatam together over the phone. So that will be very nice. Then there was one time I was distributing books, and I finished distribution. And then I met one person I finished the book distribution, and then I had to buy something for the Woolworths. So I was going inside the Woolworths. And it's a narrow entrance, and you walk through the corridor to enter into the Woolworths. So just as you walk into the corridor, one of the first kind of like a Woolworths entrance is where the smoke shop is. So people buy the smokes, and then you kind of go inside the Woolworths entrance. So just as I was entering, and I saw this one person enter into the smoke kind of in buying area, and I can see on his neck, on the side of his neck, there's Om written. So then I turned around, I left Woolworths, I stood outside at the gate. And I was hoping that he comes out of this entrance, which he did. And so he was in real hurry, so then I said, no, wait, you know, I have got this Bhagavad Gita, and he just started speaking about how, you know, the Bhagavad Gita is like where the Om originates, and he talks about the philosophy of Om, and I just started speaking all the things about Om, you know? And they said, yeah, I said, I also have a tattoo of Om. Oh, really? That's amazing. and we spoke a little, and they said, okay, so you should take this book. I said, yeah, okay, like, thank you, and I need to go. Like, no, look, wait, this is just an introduction, you know, but you really need to look at Srimad Bhagavatam, because this is like the real deal, you know? And he says, like, look, it sounds interesting, but, like, I'm running late, and I really need to go. And then, no, like, you know, like, look, you can't go without looking at this book. These books are just so amazing, they'll blow your mind, yeah? And then we went back and forth a few times, and then eventually, I did manage to sort of drag him to the van. And he saw the books, and so it was in the box, so we just did a little bit of introduction, and then I opened the box, and he looks at the books, he's like, I need to have these books. So he had to look at the books, he saw them, and then he saw other book, cantos, and he said, actually, you know what? He said, you are doing the same thing that my parents have done always. He said, they're into like yoga, and my mother runs like the women's circle, and we have like, we live in the natural land, and we try and do like spiritual activities, and you're doing exactly the same thing. And I said, yes, that's right, and so that's why you need to take these books. And yeah, I'm taking these books. You know? And he took the full Bhagavatam set, he was very happy, and he spent another like 20-25 minutes after that. You know? So, I don't know what happened to his rush, but one time I was we were in Hobart, so we flew into Hobart. And we were there in the city only for 1 or 2 days. So it was a very short time. And then it started raining. So it's like, you know, we flew in all the way, and it's like raining and cold and windy the whole time. Outside it's impossible to distribute books because you can't go out. So we went inside the shopping center, and I met this one person, Indian, dark skin, like brown skin person. So I stopped him and said, are you from India? And he says, and he spoke in a very clear Australian accent. He said, look, like I was born here, but like my roots are India. So okay, yeah, nice, very nice. And so I gave him Bhagavad Gita, and he said, yeah, like, okay, thank you, this is very nice. Actually, I know a little bit about Bhagavad Gita, and I haven't read it, and I read Mahabharata. So okay, that's nice. So I was trying to gauge in, like, should I speak like how I would speak to an Indian and how I would speak to a Western? I'm still trying to gauge in. And then in between I said, like, okay, but then you need to have a look at the Srimad Bhagavatam. And he's like, yeah, okay, sure. So on the way he tells me, like, I practice Islam. I practice Islam, I'm a Muslim. I said, oh really, that's interesting. So like, we have read the Mahabharata, we're interested in Bhagavad Gita, and this is not part of your culture. I said, no, actually, I like to read about other cultures and religions, and you are like, you know, like the Hindu culture. Actually, I shouldn't say Hindu, because you're actually not Hindu, isn't it? Like, actually your culture goes back to the Hindu term, you know, you're actually Sanatana Dharma, isn't it? I think, yeah, that's right, you know. And so he knew so much about all the characters from Mahabharata and Ramayana, and he had a look at the Bhagavatam. He's like, look, this is a bit too much, you know, like, I'll not get this. But then he took the Bhagavad Gita, and he was very appreciative of what we do, and very appreciative of Bhagavad Gita. And it was very nice to see how the people of other cultures and religions also appreciate the books so much. That was really nice. And the last story that I would share, and I think the last one. Okay, sure. So last story was this one here. This was very interesting because it was Gita Jayanti day, and devotees were distributing books, and the books were just like, you know, because we say the same things every day throughout the year and throughout the marathon, but then there's some potencies about certain days. And so when we distribute books in Gita Jayanti, and it's like we're just saying the same thing, people are like, yeah, sure, how much can I give you? Yeah, sure, how much can I give you? And there's so many people taking the books. So then it was like coming to like closer to the evening, and we're thinking, should I finish or no? But then some of the other devotees are still sending the scores, and they're still taking the books from the temple. Say, no, we should continue. So the 7 o'clock became 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock became 9 o'clock. Then it was like then because now the sun has set, it has become like quite dark. And we're still going, and it became 9:30, and then it's like it's time to now for the Woolworths, the shop, the Woolworths to close down. So there's all this very few car parks left. It was very dark, and it was like little covered car park. So I was in the car park and it was little covered. It's already dark, and people don't see you coming, so you have to knock on the doors or knock on the cars from behind. So then they stop and they open the window to look at who is coming, and then they stop and they give them the book. So it's very spooky. It's very scary, and a lot of people are not sure about what are you doing. So we almost speak 3 meters away from them, so just to not freak them out. And then so I met this one person on the street. It was very dark, and so he stopped, and he was actually driving off, and I said, "No, wait. And so he stopped, he pulled his window down, it's in the middle of the road. And then I told him, look, hey, I'm showing some books on meditation. And he said, oh no, you are showing me the Bhagavad Gita. I didn't even show him the book. Is that Bhagavad Gita? And he got so excited. About the book. He said, you are doing amazing work. He said, let me pull over. So then he pulls back in the parking bay. We start talking. And then I introduced him to the Bhagavatam. I said, look, this Bhagavad Gita is just introduction. You already know about it. This is not enough for you. You need to look at the full set. So then he said, oh yeah, I'll have a look. He comes over in the car park. So it's quite dark in the night, and then we are in the boot, in the van. The van is messy, it's very fishy. The whole thing is very fishy. And then one lady walks past the road. And she said, what are you guys doing? and she's drunk, and she's like, you guys shouldn't be doing this right now, this is illegal, And I said, no, okay, this is this should shout. And then this boy actually, he starts preaching to this lady. He says, no, actually what he's doing is really good, He's showing some books on Hinduism, and these books are actually spiritual encyclopedia. And it's a great work, it's a great literature and knowledge. So we are just having a look at it. And he's speaking to this lady, showing him the Bhagavatam and explaining more about it. And then after some time I told him that look, it costs us 300 to print, and so we just asked him for a donation. If you can help us cover the cost, it's very kind. And after going back and forth, then he said, look, I don't have so much money, let's just leave it there, I said, no, this is a good book, you should get this. So we went back and forth, and after some time he said, okay, let me think for 2 minutes, I'll come back to you. So then he goes back into the car, he's thinking about it, and he's meditating on it, and then, so meanwhile I just kind of try and stop a few people. And then he comes back again, running towards the van. I said, you know what? He said, here you go. And then he gives me this $650 notes, here you go, He said, oh, thank you, that was quick, He said, yeah, I just ran into the Woolworths. I asked the lady, what's the maximum cash out I can get? And she said, 300. I asked for all the 300. the lady at the Woolworths was wondering, what is this kid getting 300 cash out at 10 o'clock in the night? In a car park, behind the car, what are these guys doing with this cash money? So anyway, then he gave me this money, and he gave me the extra donation. He said, this is for the books and this is for you, because we are doing good work. So then he gave for some donation, and then he took the books, and he was so excited, he was so happy. He said, I'm going to show this to my brother and my dad. He said that out of this 300, $100 is mine, 100 is my brother's, and 100 is my father's. It's amazing. So did you ask your brother and father? He said, no, they'll be fine. So his father is actually Catholic, and he's a Catholic teacher in our university. But so anyway, hopefully they'll be okay. And but they took the book, and he was very, very thankful, very happy. So, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Haribo. So we want somewhat short clippings of Bhagavad distribution. So this is, it's in Canberra. It's in Launceston, right? Or Canberra. Whichever. Okay. The Jaipur was distributing in Launceston car park.
Okay, here we go. We are in Long Session car park in the Woolworths, and we are with Joe.
Hi,
Hey, what are you getting, Joe?
I'm getting your books, the whole set.
The whole set of Srimad Bhagavatam.
They're beautiful. I held them in my hands. I feel a sense of peace. And I really needed it today.
Wow. And what gets you into the books?
I love religion. I love Buddhism, and I just love. I love all of it. And I think there's something special we can take from every religion.
Right.
It'd be such a better place if we did.
True. Yeah, you're mentioning about it. You're mentioning about how we can take good from all the religions and all the people.
Yeah, every single religion, there's something good in the base of every religion.
So, what are you looking for to get from these books? Because it's a big set of books.
Peace. More peace. I love meditation, so to be able to meditate and then read the books, it's even better. So, yeah, it's that peace, that extra peace that you feel, that love. And that's special.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Jetro.
So we've got Samaya here. She just grabbed a collection of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Hey Samaya, so what just happened?
Oh my gosh, I was meant to meet you. I manifested you into my creation. I've been looking to get my hands on these for ages. I've heard about them in lectures, and of course I take extracts from the books and put them into lectures.
Yeah.
I want the original source, and wow, this magical man just came and said, I'm a traveling monk. And I said, you're giving out the Bhagavad Gita. I was so excited. And I said, can I please have the Bhagavad Gita? And then he has the whole collection of everything after for the Atma. And I'm so grateful. I was meant to meet you.
What do you think these books are going to do for you?
Wow, it might be in a way where I want to go and live in an ashram. I wanted to do a few years ago, but it fell through, and it will put me back in a state of consciousness.
Amazing.
Yeah, I find like, you lose yourself in society a little bit.
Yeah.
Doing the 9 to 5 the mundane, you're eating, and it feels like in the system, and talking feels toxic. It's difficult. I just don't fit in too much unless I have spirituality with me and daily practices.
That's amazing.
So yeah, that's great.
That's
so
amazing.
excited.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I met this manager in Canberra, along there with book distribution, and Ganesh already went to a car, so I was just doing the last few books just to finish up. And I decided to just change my location, so I just walked out to the main kind of city centre, and just the first person I saw was this manager. And just by the looks of her, she had like this dread, like huge like dreads on the back of her hair, so I thought she's definitely like a yoga teacher or like very spiritual. So I stopped her, showed her the Bhagavad Gita, and then she was just like so happy. She's like, I've read the Bhagavad Gita so many times. And I was like, okay, great. You have to follow me. You have to go to this car park, which is about 10 minutes away. I'll just show the Srimad Bhagavatam. And generally, because like what Guru said, like we have to walk 10 minutes away to the car park, to like a multi-level car park, which is pretty suspicious. And me being a guy as well, and like of a manager, so it's like I doubt they will actually follow me, but she was so excited. She was like, let's just do it, let's do it. So we just walked, and the whole time she was saying that like I've been reading like Bhagavad Gita, I've been studying like Vedanta, I went to an ashram, I've been watching Jay Shetty, Sadhguru, like saying all these things. I was thinking, wow, like she's the perfect candidate for like the Srimad Bhagavatam. And I kept asking her questions like, so what do you know about Bhagavatam? She's like, yeah, I know everything. Like, I've been watching a lot of lectures. I know about Atma, I know about moksha, all those kind of things. And then, so we finally got to a car. I opened up the boot and she saw the Srimad Bhagavatam, and within like a split second, she's like, yes, I want it. And she was so thankful. She kept on giving me hugs over and over again. She was like, she kept saying like, this was meant to be, it was destiny. And then she gave a nice donation and she took the whole set. We actually delivered the whole set to her father's house because I found that she could actually carry the whole set. So I delivered it to her father's house, and then that was our last day in Canberra.
HARIBOL.
Hare Krishna. HC Prabhu is here? HC Prabhu. Do you have some stories? No, you can. We'll watch one more video, you can prepare. Just short video. Yeah.
So we've got Samaya here.
This is Jacob, yeah.
So we have Meredith today. She just got a whole set of Srimad Bhagavatam and Devonport. So what happened today?
Well, just, as the universe provides synchronicities, I was just here about to do my grocery shopping and met the wonderful Jade, and she showed me this wonderful collection, and it is just so incredibly synchronistic and perfect right now for exactly my journey. And I'm a yoga teacher, and I'll be able to help so many people with this amazing, amazing knowledge, and I'm just mind blown, so very grateful.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Pleasure, thank you.
After selling Bhagavatam, the next thing is carrying Bhagavatam. So that is the hardest part, actually. I remember one boy, strong boy, I just came from gym, I will carry. So I said, okay, I will walk you to your car. So it was on the other side of the Canberra shopping center. We walked, he was like struggling, it was a long walk. Finally he reached up, somehow he managed up to the car and he just dropped it. That was a very good workout. So this is the story, especially if you have to carry, then nearly 20 kilos. Next time we had to have a small trolleys to carry Bhagavatams to the cars. That is the next one. Okay, HC Prabhu, please. We'll see HC Prabhu distribute a lot of books. So we want Prabhu to be here in all marathons. He cannot go to India.
Thank you. I was only there for 8 days, only on the weekends. So there's a triple filter test, we say. So anything we understand, there's a three steps to understand. Similarly, in book distribution, there's a triple filter step. First, you pass if a mother and a daughter has not given you a book.
Yeah.
Who is the mother and daughter? Any guesses? Mother Mohini Mataji and Silly. Right? Second, if the mother and daughter has not given you a book, then there's one lady who gives the books, comes to the office and gives you the books. Mahalakshmi Mataji. If you pass these two tests, you have some chance of giving a book to anybody in Australia. Indians, I'm sorry, I'm talking about Indians. Because I was distributing books predominantly in Hoppers Crossing area, in groceries, Sweet India, Living India. And pretty much people say that mother and daughter has given a book, or that one lady has given a book. If these two people have not given a book, then there's some chance for you to give a book. So it's very rare to get a devotee or to get a person who these people have not been interacted. So tough. Bhagavad Gita distributing this time was very, very tough because a lot of people had it. But luckily the sets, the concept of the set which I think we introduced, that worked very well for us. So I was giving out sets again and again, and people were quite happy to give it to others. Because this time what I was saying is, this Bhagavad Gita is not for yourself. I used to start like this is not for you. Typically we start, this is for you. This time I said, this is not for you, this is for you to give to someone else. And that helped me quite a lot. And I was outside Sweet India, and the moment I gave this book, I said, this is not for you. That lady started crying. I said, what happened? I thought I did something wrong. And she said, can I please have it? Can I please have it? Okay, you can. Because I used to say, this is not for you. This is for you to give to someone else. And she started crying, can I please have this for me? I said, not this one, I'll give you another one. You can give this to someone, and I'll give you a copy for yourself. So she ended up taking 2 sets. Another time I was outside a grocery shop and Hoppers Crossing. I requested someone to take Bhagavad Gita. He said, I don't want it, but I can give it to someone else. I said, what are you looking for? He said, I'm looking for something for my son, but I don't have time. I'm racing out of time. I said, there are 2 people who are racing towards death. I said, you and me, both of us are racing towards death. And I'll show you something which will take us beyond death. I said, come to my car. And that was Srimad Bhagavatam. And he took the whole Srimad Bhagavatam set and he came to the temple very next day morning for the Gita Jayanti celebration, and he was so happy. When he came, he gave me a hug and he started crying. He had tears in his eyes. It was very, very emotional. I thought what happened, and he said, my son, when he touched Bhagavatam in the evening, he felt very special. And I thought, I never felt like this, I should have felt right? He felt very, very special, he said. And the Prabhu and the Mataji, the whole family came, and the Prabhu had so many tears in his eyes because his son was non-verbal. So his son couldn't speak. He said something like this, I have been looking for a long, long time. One thing which I realized when distributing books personally, the gratitude what Prabhupada has given to us, because when you distribute books, people argue with you for minutes and 15 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, but sometimes they don't take books. They argue for no reason. And this time I had a realization what Prabhupada has given to us, everything is there in these books. And giving out these books is such a pleasure. It is such a pleasure. So I couldn't do a lot, I was only distributing on the weekends. So as Gopal Prabhu said, next year I would like to stay back and take a month off and travel with them. It's my long-term dream.
That's it.
So if I can do that, travel for a month with the monks, be like a monk and stay like a monk. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Rajeshri. I'm not sure whether your family can handle you going with the monks for a month. Eh? It's interesting, isn't it, how people appreciate the activities of the devotees. I had a story that I wanted to tell. It's not about book distribution, but just generally about appreciation of devotees. I was in the lounge in Singapore on my way back here on Friday, and I went to the bathroom and I opened up the door, and the lounge in the Singapore Airlines lounge, the toilets open up automatically when you come into the toilet, right? This is pretty far out. Plus, the seats are also heated. So anyway, I was surprised by the toilet opening up for me, but then I was grabbed by this man. He started hugging me and he was crying, and I couldn't work out what was going on. And then he touched my beads, and then he touched it, and then he showed me. He said, "Vaishnava, Vaishnava." Hugging me. Not something you expect with the men's toilet. We try to avoid it. And then I said to him, and then I finally, I didn't actually feel, I just thought it was a bit odd. I didn't feel threatened. And then then I realised what was going on, and I said, "Where are you from?" I said, he said, India, which, I had already worked that out. And I said, where? Which state? He said, Odisha. Oh, Jai Jagannath. And then he hugged me again, touched my feet, and then went off. And I was quite surprised because as I was walking to the toilet, I was praying to Krishna. I'm not a very good devotee, please help me. I was naturally feeling a little, it doesn't happen very often. Occasionally I feel a little humble. And I was quite surprised by the reciprocation that I got from that devotee. So, it's not surprising the work that the devotees have done over this last month, and the effort put in, and the benefits. Sometimes we become a little familiar with Krishna consciousness. One of the things that I learned while attending the Japa retreat was that there are two elements of bhakti that we have to work on. There's the 64 items of devotional service, which is called the Chesta Rupa Bhakti, which means It's the external form of bhakti. The 64 items that we perform more often than not on the external platform. The rules and regulations, the vidi. And of course, without these rules and regulations, we wouldn't be practicing bhakti. But what's more important, the heart of bhakti is the bhavana, the bhava, the mood. The heart of bhakti is our mood, because that's really our motivation. And so that also needs to be cultivated. So and that mood, especially, we see it in the mood of the gopis in Vrindavan. HARIBOL. This is a little expansion of Vira Chandra. Imagine what Vira Chandra was like when he was a baby. Yeah? Huh? Oh, the mom can tell Hare Krishna. Yeah. So the mood of the devotees is especially cultivated and developed in the performance of some kirtan. Because basically we're going out and distributing books, not so much for our benefit. Of course we will benefit, but the main purpose for doing book distribution is to benefit others. Even Srimati Radharani makes arrangements for the other gopis to be with Krishna. She's not thinking, I want to get Krishna all myself. But she's making arrangements so that the other gopis can be with Krishna. Of course, they're always making arrangements so that Radharani can be with Krishna. But she's also making arrangements so that the other gopis and the other residents of Vrindavan can also be with Krishna. So the Sankirtan movement that we're engaged in, we sometimes become familiar with the activities because they say, familiarity breeds contempt. Have you heard that saying? We become familiar with it, we don't take it so seriously. But we can see from the reactions of these, ultimately they're devotees who are receiving Srila Prabhupada's books and showing so much thanks and satisfaction and appreciation for the opportunity to get Srila Prabhupada's books and read them. And of course, that's our next challenge is, well, I guess, if all of the Indians have got books, what does that mean? What does that mean? Put your hand up if you think you know what it means. If all of the Indians have got books, what does that... Put your hand up if you think you know what that means.
We have to make them read.
We have to what?
Make them read.
Make them read? Yes. Well, there's plenty of other people to distribute the books to. We shouldn't limit... Lord Chaitanya taught us to not discriminate. Who's high, low, wealthy, poor, educated, not educated. Means we need to distribute books to everyone. Eventually what will happen is the low-hanging fruit will be picked. So that means we have to go higher up the tree. That means more effort. More effort. But it's worth the effort. Very much worth the effort. Because as we saw, there are devotees out there who are not Indians. Would you believe it? So, We're non-sectarian, right? Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Bhaktivinoda Thakur taught. We're here to make everybody Vaishnavas, so there's plenty of opportunities. But yes, you're right. We now need to get the devotees to read. I got an interesting recommendation from Lord Krishna. He was saying, and we should think about this, how to do this, really important. We're handing out so many books, thousands of books this December, and really our business is to not only hand out books but make sure people are reading them and that they understand. And usually that understanding comes in the association of the devotees. Why people value the association of the devotees, because sometimes when they read the books they come away with a completely wrong conclusion. So, collecting names and addresses is... Did you get the names and addresses of those people? Yeah, good. Sloka was recommending we put some device, usually a QR code in the books, so people can connect to us. And then he suggested we create reading circles, and that can be done virtually, so that people can join with a devotee or devotees, and we can read the Srimad Bhagavatam or read the Bhagavad Gita with people, and that way they get the benefit of reading Srila Prabhupada's books. So anyway, yes, developing the internal mood of a devotee is very important. And of course, the performance of Sankirtan is one of the 64 items of devotional service that gives us an opportunity to develop that mood of bringing others to Krishna. Very important. Okay, how are we going then? I'm sorry I came late. I'm still getting over jet lag, so... Ooh. Shall I read the titles out again? Read that again. Okay, so the first is Hannah, 2 small books for 0.5 book points, and a collection of 7, is that 7? Yeah. $7. How does it go? Yeah, you can come up and get your cookie. Not tea ring. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Okay, Aradhita, 2 small books, 0.5 book points, and some luxury points. Kulokavasi, 1 Maha Big Book, 2 book points, 13 luxury points. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly, so you can hand out the prizes. Sudha, Shavana Krishna, each distributed 1 Maha Big Book for 8 book points and 10 luxury points, 8 luxury and 10 luxury points. Next is Sanatana Giridhari, 2 Maha Big Books, 2 big books, 2 book points, 20 luxury points. Vicky. Oh, okay, I see. So Vicky and Raksha Rajak, 1 Maha Big Book, 1 Maha Big Book, 2 book points, and 50 luxury points. Isn't it? Oh, okay. Not the numbers? Of books? Book points. Alright, okay. Okay, Gokul Aurora, 2 book points, 23 luxury points. Devansh, 2.5 book points and 39 luxury points. Kirti Patil, 3 book points and 30 Lakshmi points. Atul Doyal, 3 book points and 30 Lakshmi points. Muchakunda. Muchakunda? Okay. Not Muchakunda, another Muchakunda. 3.25 book points, 40 Lakshmi points. Sudama, 15 small books, 3.75 book points, 45 Lakshmi points. Sri Pala, 4 book points, 20 Lakshmi points. Guru Gauranga Krishna, 4 book points, 120 Lakshmi points. Shriya, 4 book points, 16 Lakshmi points. Vaidehi, 4 book points, 18 Lakshmi points. Radhaswam Ramanathan, 4.25 book points, 29 Lakshmi points. Partiv, 4.25 book points, 25 Lakshmi points. Eva, 4.25 book points, 25 Lakshmi points. Arita Mandavi, 4.25 book points, 20 Lakshmi points. Anai, 4.25 book points, 25 Lakshmi points. Hitansh, Advika, and Akshaj, all 4.25 book points and 25 Lakshmi points. Ravi, 4.5 book points, 22 Lakshmi points. Jayanti, 5.25 book points, 50 Lakshmi points. Amit Gautam, 5.5 book points, 40 Lakshmi points. Nisha, Aidan's mum, 5.75 book points, 40 Lakshmi points. Anyway, that must be Aidan. Okay, good. Nirmala, which Nirmala? There's 2 Nirmalas here. The first one is Nirmala, 6, they're both 6 book points, 85 Lakshmi points, and Nirmala Krishna, 6 book points, 105 book points. 105 Lakshmi points. Sriji Baladi, 7.5 book points, 44 Lakshmi points. Niraj, 75.5 book points, 109 Lakshmi points. Rishabhaman Sutta, 8 book points, 240 Lakshmi points. Veera Chandra, 8 book points, 55 Lakshmi points. Arjun Ajayan, 8 book points, 46 Lakshmi points. Arya Shah, Arya, that's my sister, isn't it? Yeah. Arya, 8.5 book points, 50 Lakshmi points. Pankaj, Sringavat, 8.5 book points. Wait a minute, hang on here. Alright. Pankaj Singarat, Robin, Ritu, and Kranti all distributed 8.5 book points and 50 Lakshmi points. Purushottam, 9.25 book points, 39 Lakshmi points. Hemant, 9.5 book points, 112 Lakshmi points. Kadisha, 9.75 book points, 80 Lakshmi points. Shubham, 10 book points, 44 Lakshmi points. Vallabha Sharma, 10.5 book points, 48 Lakshmi points. That's you, Vallabha. Not just a pretty face, huh? No. Alright, that's 1 page. We've got 2 more to go. Rohit Sharma, 12 book points, 64 Lakshmi points. Kunal, 12.75. Kunal Adia, 12.75 book points, 101 luxury points. Shiva Nupane, 12.75 book points, 75 luxury points. Sri Vrindavan, 13.5 book points, and more luxury points. Case the books away. I think we're making more profits there. Dharma Repeating, 14 book points, 165 luxury points. Bhaktiman, 14 book points, 100 luxury points. Nitin Chauhan, 14 book points, 105 luxury points. Harita, we have a Harita mother, that's not the same Harita? Is it?
It's the same.
It's the same. Okay, the database person. There's two Haritas, it's the same person. Is she getting two prizes? Okay. So, yeah. 14 book points, 90 luxury points. Deepal Patel, 14.25 book points, 90 luxury points. Akila Lokanath, 15 book points, 100% luxury points. That was a mistake. Sorry. Paras is 15 book points and 110 luxury points. Akila is at 15.25 book points and 102 luxury points. Nikunja Viharani, 17 book points, 130 luxury points. Gopi Krishna, 17.5 book points, 144 luxury points. Pankaj, 18 book points, 186 luxury points. Sveta, 18.25 book points, 135 luxury points. Srimati, 20 book points, 200 luxury points. Rahul Arora, 21.25 book points, 125 luxury points. Chandrika Priya, who's not here, she's in India. 21.75 book points, 186 luxury points. Chaitanya Sham, 23.25 book points, 180 luxury points. Gokula Sundari, 24.25 book points, 230 luxury points. Naman, that's Naman Joshi, is it? Naman? 24.5 book points, 170 luxury points. Crossways, 24.75 book points, 227 luxury points. Sarveshwari Madaji, 28 book points, 140 luxury points. Nikunja Vasini, I say Nikunja Viharani, that's his name. Nikunja Vasini, 30 book points, 231.5 luxury points. Araja, 33.5 book points, 324 luxury points. And she grew an inch. She grew an inch in a month of December. Lopa, 34 book points, 255 luxury points. Vasudev Sankarshan, 34.75 book points, 268 luxury points. Ajay Bansal, 36 book points, 170 luxury points. Madhuka, 36 book points, 200 luxury points. Kartik, 36.25 book points, 192 luxury points. Aruchita Gaimal, 40 book points, 300 luxury points. Smith's also in English, isn't he? Because he come back. He's getting married, isn't he? Is that right? No. He's still keeping a smile on his face. Smith, 40.25 points, 492 luxury points. Or is that 7? That's a 4. Nishikant, 41 book points, 206 luxury points. Bhakti Lata, 42 book points, 225 luxury points. Navatri Vasi, 42.5 book points, 250 luxury points. Aladha, 43.5 book points, 422 luxury points. Wyndham Hare Krishna, 43.75 book points, 272 luxury points. Anusha Balaji, 45.75 book points, 509 luxury points. Raghunath Vijay, 47.75 book points, 360 luxury points. Atul Gautam, 48 book points, 250 luxury points. Lalabhagora Sundara, 48 book points, 240 luxury points. Ekat Magora, 48 book points. Ekat Magora and Varation Above, both 48 book points and 360 luxury points. And Girish, 48 book points and 39 luxury points. Fenil, 51 book points, 259 luxury points. Mukunda Krishna, who's also an Indian, 52 book points, 455 luxury points. Dira Shiromani, 56 book points, 340 luxury points. Surya Krishna, 58 book points and 678 luxury points. Sureshwari, 58.5 book points, 338 luxury points. Okay. How can we do that? Radio. So now, Gentle Shock, 65.25 book points, 372 luxury points. Chaitan Reddy, 67.5 book points, 527 luxury points. Vishnu Puyeshwara, 68 book points, 400 luxury points. Krishna Vamsa, 71.75 book points, 318 luxury points. And how many sets of chapakirts? He's the leader of the chapakirts. You don't get out of the temple room unless you chant around in the same place. There you go. Sindhu Prashant, 72 book points. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's go back. Sindhu Prashant, Arundhati, Saurabh, and Udagabandhu, 72 book points each and 300 luxury points each. Kirtan Krishna, 74 book points, 315 luxury points. Sri Ram, 76.25 book points and 355 luxury points. Rama Chintamani, 79.5 book points, 634 luxury points. Parthasarathi, 81.75 book points, 610 luxury points. Ravi Kula Ramachandra, 82 book points, 629 luxury points. Sri Krishna, 84 book points, 450 luxury points. Radha Priya, 129 book points, 793 luxury points. Sandeep Charan, 130 book points to 1,350 luxury points. Sivya, okay. Sylvia's up there with the big book distributors. These are big book distributors. 130 book points, 705 luxury points. Sylvia's going to high school next year, so give her your blessings. Along with many of the kids at the part-time school graduated. How many? How many kids graduated this year? Sylvia? How many? 10? At least 10. I think there's more than that. Now most of them going to Albert Park College. Toravali, 138.75 book points, 879 luxury points. Kaushalyananda, 141 book points, 856 lucky points. Ganeshwara, 144 book points, 600 lucky points. Nanda Gopal, 171.5 book points, 1,021 lucky points. Shashi Bhusha, no, Shashi's in Indian. I met all of these devotees at Bhagavad Retreat Centre. There are more devotees in Melbourne than anywhere else. And tons of kids. And you know what they did? They confiscated their soccer ball. Okay. Jamuna Sundari, 240 book points, 974 luxury points. And Jamuna Lila, 218 book points, 1,050 luxury points. And just ahead of her, Jagannath Ram, 230 book points, 996. Okay, so 58 Maha big books. This is Amit Agarwal, 3 Bhagavatam sets for 332 book points, 1,948 luxury points. Oh, I see what that is. Very fancy. Uma distributed 12 sets of Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita for 336 book points and 960 luxury points. Huh? Oh, that was what the fine. I thought it was performance. I was thinking I made my head go. Bhishma, another 18, Bhishma Pita Maha. 196 Maha big books for 398.25 big book points. Oh, sorry, 18 small books, 196 Maha big books, 398.25 book points, 2,509 luxury points. Savior Bhagavan, 34 small books, 4 medium books, 53 big books, 66 Maha big books, 3 Bhagavatam sets for 415.5 book points, 2,500. He's in the kitchen. Okay. Seva Priya, 21 small books, 4 medium books, 6 big books, 7 Maha big books, 6 Bhagavatam sets, 460.75 book points, 2,260. Recently initiated and obviously empowered. Manmohan, number 15. You know, Manmohan was responsible for managing all the catering events.
Yeah.
And what, $150,000 worth of income from the temple. A lot of prasada distribution and a lot of book distribution. 9 small books, 3 big books, 248 Maha big books, 502.1 book points, 1,863 points. Suchitra Priya Shakti. HARIBOL. 38 small books, 5 medium books, 10 big books, 185 Maha big books, 3 Bhagavatam sets, 2 Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita sets, 663.5 book points, 4,342. These are the very serious devotees. We should be very respectful to them. Sri Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya is in India. 20 small books, 20 medium books, 7 Bhagavatam sets, 5 Lilamritas, 664 book points, 2,760. He was only half a book point ahead of Suchitra. And Suchitra did 25% more collection. Lalita Lila Prakashini, 48 small books, 5 mini books, 14 big books, 106 Maha big books, 6 Bhagavatam sets, 2 Lila Amritas, 729.75 book points, 4,100. Where's your mother? She's going through here. HARIBOL. Thanks, Lalita. Green Keshari. Is Green Keshari here? No. No. Here's a old time book. One small book, 408 Maha big books, 816.25 book points, 2,985. Zach, where's Zach? It's Christmas Day. What do? You spend time with your mum. If you're an Aussie. 55 small books, 451 Maha big books, 931.5 book points, 3,609. And Shastra Dan, which is not a person actually, is a program that we initiated this year where you can give a donation. If you're not able to do book distribution, you give a donation to Shastra Dan, and then the devotees will arrange for books to be dropped off in street libraries. Are you familiar with the concept of a street library?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Shastra Dan is a big book distributor here. Yes. 198 small books, 114 medium books, 499 big books, 381 Maha big books, for 1,367.25 book points, 7,379. Right. Coordinated by this gentleman here. You've got a full-time job, haven't you? Yeah. Plus he has a full-time job. And he's quite a handsome fellow too. But the Victor, I think this is Victor's first book distribution marathon. Yeah. Thank you. 69 small books, 40 big books, 673 Maha big books, 1,416.75 book points, 6,380.58 Lakshmi points. He may not be the maintenance manager for much longer. Mahalakshmi. 7. Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi, 3 big books, 12 Maha big books, 32 Srimad Bhagavatam sets. 2,331 book points, 9,953.9 Lakshmi points. Extremely dedicated to book distribution. Another dedicated book distributor, well, all of these are dedicated book distributors. Number 6, Total Big Dash, 31 small books, 9 big books, 669 Maha big books, 13 Srimad Bhagavatam sets, 2 Chaitanya Charitamrita, 2 Prabhupada Lila, 2,419.75 book points, 9,965.85 Lakshmi points. I think it goes without saying that a lot of this book distribution is as a result of the inspiration and coordination and the encouragement of all of the devotees by Gita Jayanti. Pretty much, he's our senior brahmachari and such an exemplar. We're so fortunate to have his association and support. Hare Krishna. There's another stalwart at number 5. I'll tell the name at last. Okay? 668 small books, 20 big books, 726 Maha big books, 16 Bhagavatam sets, 3 Chaitanya Charitamrita, 2 Lilamrita, 2,956.5 book points, 15,677 Lakshmi points. Oh, just the Prabhu. This says that was only 8 days. Imagine if he went out all month. There'll be a lot of Bhagavad Gitas under people's Christmas trees. Okay, coming in at number 4, 57 small books, 21 big books, 1,467 Maha big books. That's generally 1,467 people to the book. 7 Srimad Bhagavatam sets, 3,473.25 book points, 15,159 Lakshmi points. And I was honestly having a good time. We've somehow got to organise you going on for distribution and doing the market. Okay, coming in at number 3, we have the genuine small books, 5 big books, 1,321 Maha big books, 13 Bhagavatam sets, 7 Lilamritas, 3,473.25, an exact same number of book points as Jade. Right? That's not right? That's what it says here. So it's a coincidence. But the Lakshmi is 18,431.15 Lakshmi points. Padma Mohini. I don't know if you know it, but there's as many Indians living in the city of Casey as there is in the city of Wyndham. Right? So if you've exhausted all of your options in Point Cook, go down to Berwick, because there's as many opportunities, if not more. Oh, okay. Well, then get out the census statistics and find out, because you can find out the ethnicity of the mix, the ethnic mix of every city of Australia, actually, and you'll find out where they live. So, if we haven't exhausted all of the Indian population, then it's easy to find out. But don't forget the rest. We're meant to be merciful to all conditioned souls. Okay. Number 2, I was amazed. I thought I approved Arjun Chaka to go to India to look after his mum. And then every day I saw all these, I had to ring him up on Friday, I said, Arjun, where are you? Anyway, 41 small books, 1 medium book, 20 big books, 497 Maha big books, 34 Srimad Bhagavatam sets, wow. Only 2 more than Mahalakshmi, by the way. 7 Chaitanya Charitamritas, 9 Lilamritas, 3,981.7 book points for 18,495 Lakshmi points. say HARIBOL. Thank you. Okay, and number 1. 39 small books, 12 big books, 1,763 mayapur big books, 14 sets of Bhagavatam, 4,561.75 book points, 8,855. Most of those Bhagavatam sets were cold calls. You know what a cold call is? I mean, you never met the person before. That's amazing. Nobody thought they could do it. Oh, sell the book, sell the books, too hard. Yeah? But we managed to distribute a lot of sets. And these jade sets and Dvija sets, that's just regular Joe Blows on the street, right? That's pretty amazing. So this Gita and Dvija setting a really fine example of compassionate, big and open-hearted bhakti. Right? By just going out there and wherever, Launceston, Canberra, Adelaide, right? Where else did you go? Which part of Australia did you go to?
Northern Territory.
We have a map. Oh, okay. Oh, really good. This is it. Okay. Here we go. Answer my question. We've got Canberra, we've got Albury, we've got Shepparton, Bendigo, Melbourne, Warrnambool, Portland, Hamilton. What's this one here? Oh, Horsham, yeah. Mildura, down India, down Barker, Adelaide. There's other places you could be going to. You don't know, it's pretty cool. Or the troops together, rest of the city. Hare Krishna, just sit down for a moment. Prasadam callers, stop creating a disturbance. Come forward. Everybody here come 2 meters forward, please. So we can make some space for them to bring prasadam in. Okay, so we also got Devonport, Launceston and Hobart in Tasmania. A lot of devotees in these places, by the way. Okay, these are tables. Sit down, everybody. Beto. You were number 3. Oh, sorry, number 2. Number 2, and everybody's offering your obeisances to you now. And please offer a prayer for the recovery of these monks. And that's why he's there. Okay, so here's our book distribution for 2023. And maybe not as many as... No. I have all this. 5,057 small books, 784 heavy books, 1,943 big books, 1,160 big books, 387 Bhagavatam sets, 18 Chaitanya Charitamritas, 74 Lilamritas for a total of 68,500 book points, and a collection of 375,454 That's almost, not quite, but almost double last year. Last year we did 200, so 375, no, that's not bad. Okay, so Prabhupada ki Oh, the marathon, we want to read the top discourse of the marathon.